So here we go with the free to play account, and this week we're having some fun. You can see we're using Seb Vettel and Fernando Alonso, and that is because we do not have Perez or Ocon. So it's super hard right now to compete in any GP, and that's why we're going down to Challenger to have a bit of fun. So let's see what can be done with this. Hoping for a top 10, that would be very nice indeed. Not sure what to expect. Everyone in here is going to be using Ocon and Perez, and they have already. So let's give race 4 a go in Jeddah and see if we can finish off with a nice decent point scoring to get through to the opening round. I wish I was playing champions, but I don't have the boosts, and obviously a 20% boost on drivers is a massive jump on stats. I just can't compete at this stage of the game with that, especially only being Series 9. So let's see where we qualify them. In Jeddah, P2 and P3. So that is a lovely start. That's when we don't get done by the 20% boost. And we're going to go mediums and mediums. No boosts being used because we're trying to save them up for the final round to see if we can put our best effort in the bag. And can we get good start? Fernando Alonso, using the boost start, gets into P1. Seb Vettel into P2. And we're going to continue boosting Alonso. And we're going to hold back on Seb Vettel. So we're going to do a 2-2-2-2. And we might try and sneak it out to a 3-2-3 if we have the chance on tyres. It's not red hot, only 28 degrees. I mean, it's red hot compared to us in the UK. But at the minute, it could be a lot worse, but we're all good for now. We're going to continue on. 4.7 seconds the gap already, just on a boost lap with Fernando. And we've got a safety car, which is about a 25-minute delay around this track in Jeddah. So we will skip through and come back to the end of lap 2 to save your boredom. So here we go, we're about to start again. We don't want to pit with Alonso because that will really catch us out. So we're going to have to basically push him a little bit more, and we're probably going to run out of tyres. But hopefully Seb Vettel can hold up the field a little bit whilst we try and increase away. 34 degree heat, so tyres are going to be running out even more, and considering we can only do 2 laps, we're definitely running out of tyres. Vettel holding up nicely, and look at that, 13%, and we're not even halfway round. We're definitely struggling here. A good old safety car to catch us out, and we are going to double stack as well. That's going to be a double whammy here in Jeddah. And Alonso comes round. He's not going to get held up too much, but the chasing pack are right behind us, so we've got to have a quick pit stop. No servicing. It's going to be the quickest we can be, and we're going to take some pain. Safety car causes issues. Alonso gets stuck and he is out. Thank God for that. So the Jeddah bug causing us a few issues, but we are P1 and P3 out of the pits. So we can continue to push now with Alonso, and we'll try and get Vettel past his soft tyre. Can we make an early move? We can't. So we'll keep trying, but it doesn't look like we're going to get past. Alonso's flying out in front, trying to create the gap over the soft tyres. We're still going with Vettel though. We've saved some tyres and fuel behind the safety car, and that is Seb Vettel up to P2, and he does keep it. So a bit of battle, and we are in to P2. Alonso P1 at the moment, and we are going to still boost him through. And I don't know why I leave it on the old building picture here, but turns out I did when I was racing. So we're going to go hards on both drivers, and we're going to basically fulfill the end of the race without pit stops. Vettel's got far enough fuel left to be able to do so as well. So this will be in a decent position, and he'll come in. So Alonso in. Shouldn't be double stacking here, although we are on a very long pit stop time. Can we get out without the double stack? We can. Alonso comes back out, and we'll keep on mediums for now. What about Vettel? Vettel coming out in P3, so we've got to get P2 still. We're going to leave both on medium for the moment. Just P2 to get past to finish off with a 47 point in Jeddah. Can we do it? No boosts being used, of course. So we've got every chance possible. And I do believe they've still got to come into the pits. So we've got a good chance with Alonso pushing. And where are we? We're going to boost Vettel. So we've got a hard tyre to get past. So this is not over yet, and this is not a done deal. Can Vettel put some pressure on the rival? And we're going to ask him to just close that gap, which we have. We're right on the limit of tyres again. So is there any room that we can do? We're on P3 at the moment. Trying to keep hold of P3 and try and get in P2. Another lap, half a lap until this rival boosts. So we're going to put as much pressure on as we can. Last corner is going to be the key overtaking opportunity. Turn 27. Can we go up the inside? We're very limited on tyres. We do go up the inside. And we're going to have to cut down because we are right on the border of tyre management. And this boost is going to come in for the rival in P3. He's going to start pushing hard. We're going to have to try and survive as he tries to come round the outside. And we just saving it, just holding up. And we're going to try and push now again. Can we hold him down? We can't at the minute. And we're so low on tyres. And I think we're going to have to admit defeat. We probably could have gone for mediums or softs and done a 2-2 at the end. We went for the hards. Rival looks like he's going to run out of tyres. Alonso will come round to finish. And now Vettel slowly but surely making his way around. It is going to be 46 points in the last race. Very tricky run to navigate. We could have done things better. But I'll take 46 points. It is what it is. And we just missed out on getting even further points for this race. So never mind, we go again in opening round. Here we go then. Opening round. 6 races in, 265 points. Hardly any boosts used at all. And we're in race 7 in Austria, which can be a very tough track as well. Bad matchup to make things even worse. So a good 80 or so matchup, which we've got to find. And you imagine they're probably using Perez and Ocon as well, which is going to make life even worse for us at WF1. But let's see what damage we can cause as we get qualifying underway. Qualifying in race 7, that is. And we qualify P3, P8 for Vettel. So this opening round has been tough, but we've qualified P3, P8. So we've got to think what we do. Surely we've got to extend the life in this race and go both on potentially the hards. No boost used again. We're saving them for finals. And can we get off to a good start? P3, P8. We've got a lot of work to do on Vettel. Here we go. Boost Alonso, human player. And Alonso trying to make a move on P2. Gets it. And we are in P2, P7. Vettel's moved up a spot. So that's a good start by him. Up to P5 now. P4 in the bottom left corner. So Vettel made an absolute stormer on that hard tyre. And we will now cut both down. And we'll just try and hold up the rival without burning too much fuel or tyres. We want to be pretty fast at the end of this race. And it will be probably coming back on the hards again. Or the mediums. But for now, we're ahead of Ocon. I did think the rival would be using the boosted drivers, and they are. So they're a lot better than the team scores suggest. But we're doing okay for now. Rival will have a look, and we're holding off, but we can't hold that one off. And they are into P2. We'll let them go. And we'll try and hold Perez. We don't want to use too much. We're only 5% above the target. But we are okay at the minute. P3, P6. Vettel's lost a couple of positions, but that's fine. We will come back at it later on. Here goes Perez. That boosted Perez. And we can hold that position. We've just boosted a little bit to keep hold. And we are still P3. Really holding Perez up. Perez makes an early pit stop. And we are going to take that position through the pits for Vettel. Up to P5 now. And we're going to start to boost shortly. See if we can get these two up the field. So considering where we started, P3 and P8, we're currently P3 and P5 with another lap and a half to go. Let's see where we can get to. But we're looking okay. Can we get ahead of the rival? We can. So that's a big move. And now we'll come back on the mediums. And another big move by Fernando Alonso. And he takes track position against the rival, who's in P2 on them mediums. Vettel coming round, we'll cut him down. We want to create space in the pits. And in comes Fernando Alonso for a pit stop. Hopefully the jack doesn't touch the back of the car and potentially cause any steward inquiries. But we don't double stack. It's a perfect pit stop. And Alonso is back out on their mediums. So let's see how this plays out. Ocon with the better stats, trying to push Alonso. How far can he push him? We sit 2 and 4. So from P3 and P8, that's some big moves. We're now going to try and close that gap. We've got 3 laps, including this one, to do it. So let's see. Here's P1. We're right behind P1 now. And he's making wide turns. Back markers getting in the way all the time. Even for us now, we're getting a bit of payback from what the rival just had. We're very limited on fuel. And here's a move for Alonso. Can he go up the inside? Rival getting the look of the back markers. Is there any room for Alonso? Up the inside. He goes round the outside. And Fernando Alonso takes the lead of this race in Austria. Against all the odds, we lead here in Austria. Vettel, can he get the rival? I feel like the rivals used a bit too much fuel early on in this race. And here goes Sebastian. Can he make a move up the inside? He tries it. Can't get it. But Alonso short on fuel. And look at this. We are absolutely stacked. What an end to this race. Back markers paying an absolute pain. We've hardly got any fuel left either. Oh, this is a nightmare. 0.5. Can we hold on? We can hold on to P1 and we come across Vettel out of tyres. But it is P1 and P4 against a human rival with a big deficit. And we will take that all day long. That was a brilliant race to come back without boosts as well. So we will take the points home with us in Austria. So that's 7 races, 310 to make it to final round. So let's get it underway. 7 races done in final round, 326 points. We've dropped 3 points so far. We've used some boosts and we've got a lot of real players, a lot of players. So it's been very tough and we're doing the best that we can with the circumstances. So Jeddah comes up again. Last race of the Challenger GP. It's been fun. And let's see what we can do with this one. Can we get off and finish with a 47-point run? And where will that leave us? Tricky qualifying, P2 and P6. So we've got very, very limited boosts. So we're going to use some Warrior for overtaking and fuel. And the softs for Vettel. And then downforce will be used on Alonso on the mediums to try and go a little bit longer. So can we get off to a good start and get 47 points in the last race? Real player inbound. Another real player out of this. We must have had 7 real players out of the 8 races. And we are P1 and P6. So Vettel, we're going to push. See if we can create that early gap. Alonso will cut down shortly, but he's up to P6. Can he get P5 in Perez? Goes up the inside. Beautiful move. And we are in to P1 and P5. Vettel can't get 2 laps full boost, so we cut down a little bit just to save a bit of tyre. And you can see you're on 53% as we start lap number 2. We will go mediums for the second run. Alonso looking past Leclerc. Late move, job done. P4 for Fernando Alonso. He's on a mission here in Jeddah, using that car to his absolute best. So we're all good. We're actually scoring around 44 points, I think it is at the moment. or something along them lines. And we just need to continue at it. Can we get anywhere further? Vettel coming into the pits on them softs. No running out of tyres, which is good. And what about Fernando? He'll go around one more lap of conserving, and we will be coming back for some mediums as Vettel comes out on the mediums. And we're ahead of pit stop ahead of the car behind, so we'll just cruise for a moment. No early danger from Tsunoda. And Alonso will be coming back. Could do mediums. He probably could do softs with the downforce. So let's give it a go on softs. No servicing. And that should hopefully accelerate us away and give us a few seconds more advantage when he comes out over the next couple of laps. In comes Alonso. Vettel coming round in P2 will retake the lead of this race. P3 comes in the pits. And here comes Alonso. He'll come out P4. So let's boost him. We'll boost Vettel to get the gap. And let's just see where we are at. So we're going to go soft tyres potentially for Vettel. And we're just holding up the fuel. And what we're going to do is we're going to come back pretty fast later on in this race. That's the plan. I think we're going to change to that type of strategy. And we're just going to push very hard. In comes Vettel. 6 laps of fuel. 4 laps to go. So that's looking pretty good. And here comes Alonso. Nice conserved. And we'll now boost away. He'll be into P2. Should be able to get past the rival pretty quickly. And Vettel will start to push out the pits as well. Rival running out is going to run out of medium tyres surely in this race, this lap. And it doesn't matter because Fernando Alonso has already took him to the cleaners and washed his clothes for him. We're into P1. Vettel should be able to get him as well. And we are going to come home and just be able to cruise on the mediums because he's about to lose out big time. And here he is. Vettel, come on, man. Vettel can't get past to save his life. And we're going to conserve to go lap 6. And then we'll come in at the end of this lap. Alonso's in. Downforce on the mediums. Will come out in P2. He will. Just gets ahead of Max Verstappen. So we can literally cruise now with Alonso. Because Verstappen will be coming into the pits. Vettel. 2 laps to go. Looking good here for a 47 finish. And we will bring him in now. So just to finish that off. Verstappen will pit. Tsunoda's out of tyres. Leclerc will pit. So we're all good till the end. As Vettel is in. Alonso, plenty of tyres under his belt. A good 6-7%. And he comes out into the lead. And P3 will definitely pit again on them soft tyres. So we should be able to cruise. There shouldn't be any reason why we need to push any further. Vettel can push anyway. He's got far by enough. But hopefully he can hold that soft tyre up a little bit if need be. We've got about 1.5 laps to go. Alonso leads from Vettel in our pursuit of a top 10 challenger finish. Different medal to add the collection. And the rival does come in. So 1 lap to go. The final lap of Challenger GP in the Jeddah GP. Can we make any more distance between ourselves? We should be good. We should have all the tyres and fuel absolutely saved for the end. And you can see 3.5 laps, 2.5 laps of fuel. Alonso's not going to be happy because Vettel's just stole the win from him. And that's very unsportsmanlike. No multi-21 available this time round. But Seb Vettel will bring home P1 in Jeddah. P2 for Fernando Alonso. And that completes a pretty decent Challenger GP. It's been very fun. It's not playing with the big boys. It's not contender or champs. 100% get that. But with the 20% boost, it is just impossible to compete at this point of the game. So let's have a look where that's at least finishing us. I expect to drop still though, so let's have a look as we go into Challenger. And we are currently P3, 373 points, 1 point off P1, but we probably won't finish there. 3 points dropped altogether, which was very close all the time. So let's get into GP rewards and let's see where we can get. Can we get any decent rewards itself? Only one way to find out. Let's hit those rewards up. So we had some problems recording the GP rewards, but I can confirm we just missed out on a tiebreaker and we did come P4, agonisingly close to a top 3 medal, but 3 points dropped and it is a 4th place in Challenger. We do, however, get to add the lovely top 10 medal to add to the junior ones into our medal collection. We have 6,850 rep points to add to the team. 2.1 million coins, that will nicely help us out. For a free-to-play account that struggles on boost, we will happily accept 46 ode. That's an absolute lifesaver. So into the assets, we get 18 Carlos Sainz, 28 Kevin Magnussen, 52 of the winner in Jeddah, Sergio Perez, 66 Crunch is our first rare card. When it's double assets, +4 symbol is pretty low, but we'll have it. 28 the Striker as the front wing. Our first lovely epic, which gives us a chance to upgrade as we are using it, is 50 Prestige. So just getting over level 5 and can now go to level 6. And then finally, +8 for Zhou Guan Yu is our final epic card of the weekend. So that concludes the Challenger GP, and we have got a massive range of medals so far. We've got a Junior P1, we've got a Junior P10 medal, we've got a Challenger top 10 now as well, as long as a finalist. We've got some contender finalists as well, and some champion finalists, and sadly the dreaded Q from when it was just too difficult. I hope you enjoyed the free-to-play account. It is getting tough with the boosted driver selection at the moment, but hopefully one day we can get back to the top flight. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.